Developing news out of Portsmouth. The mayor told us we could not cover a meeting where he and the sheriff were discussing how to spend your tax dollars. Then the sheriff stormed out. Watch what happened.
And they're right, the reason we can't stay here.
Now, this all has to do with proposed cuts in the city. The mayor wants to significantly cut the sheriff's budget. 10 on your side's Brandi Cummings is live in Portsmouth now. Brandi, why wouldn't the mayor let our cameras inside?
Well, Nicole, we still don't have an answer to that question. This meeting lasted about an hour, and there were fireworks before it even got started.
Okay, you guys don't have to do it.
As 10 on your side prepared to cover a meeting about how Portsmouth officials plan to spend your tax dollars, Mayor Kenny Wright told us to leave. Once he did, Sheriff Bill Watson decided to leave too.
They want to make it public. I don't want to be here. If they're not willing to bring this before the public, I don't need to be here. Thank you,
And
Mayor.
they're right, the reason we can't stay here.
Mayor Wright never answered that question. Instead, he called a security guard. But as he was leaving, Sheriff Watson explained why he wanted the media inside the room.
We're supposed to have a meeting in here and he don't want y'all in there. The public needs to know what's going on.
But Mayor Wright closed the door. 45 minutes after the meeting began, Councilman Bill Mooney walked out. He said he supported the meeting being open to the public, but he does not support the $1 million proposed cuts to the sheriff's budget.
But just to pull a number out of the air and say we're going to cut $1 million or $1.5 million, I think that might jeopardize security and might not end up the end result of what we're looking for.
About 15 minutes after he left, the meeting ended. Mayor Wright wanted to talk about what they discussed, but didn't want to talk about why we weren't allowed in to hear it.
Mayor Wright, can you talk about what happened in the meeting today?
Sure, we discussed the sheriff's budget and some other things with the budget. I mean, we're getting ready to close in on those numbers, and it's very important that we nail that number now. Unfortunately, the sheriff didn't want to stay and discuss because he wanted you guys all in the meeting. And I asked you guys to leave, and so he left. So
Why is that? Why weren't we allowed in the meeting?
We're gonna go with the $1 million cut that we recommended that council wanted, and then we're gonna discuss some other strategies with the other money that we have.
But Mayor, you didn't answer that question. Why is it that you didn't want us in the meeting today?
Why did the meeting need to be private, Mayor? Is there?
I mean, you talk.
All right, so you see what happened as we continued to ask questions about why we weren't allowed in that meeting today. We never got that answer. We do want to mention, though, Tom, Nicole, that there was a consensus between council members this week on the proposed cuts. Now, Councilman Moody told us that with or without Sheriff Watson's approval or permission, the council, along with the mayor, can make those cuts. Council members are expected to vote next week. For now, live in Portsmouth, Brandi Cummings, 10 on your side.